Hello guys, and welcome back. This time we're going to talk about grinders. Now, I know if you've ever watched Project Binky, you'll know that grinders are one of their favourite subjects, but I quite like grinders too. And these are the two grinders that I've been using for the last, I don't know, 6 months, a year, something like that, a couple of years. Both of them came from B&Q, they're McAllister tools. So there's a B&Q brand stroke Screwfix brand, which are UK brands, or UK shops. One of these is 125mm or 5" and the other one is 115mm or 4". I have to be honest, I would never buy another 4.5" 115mm grinder ever again. Pointless. Go for the bigger one. The extra half" is really worth having. This grinder also has speed control. It's just a superior grinder in every way. I don't believe the B&Q are still selling these. They don't sell 5¼ grinders at all in B&Q for some reason. Screwfix do, however, sell a 5¼ Makita grinder, 240 volt and 110 volt. However, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Last time I talked about one of this particular drill, I had purchased this drill along with 2 batteries, and I deliberately went for the 5Ah batteries because I said at the time that I wanted to buy other tools that would match these batteries so that I could have a cordless set of tools. And I bought I didn't think I would ever need the second battery for the drill, and I never have needed it for the drill. So, talking about grinders, this is what I bought. A Dewalt 18 volt lithium ion cordless grinder. And I'm now going to open the box and find out whether it's actually worth anything or not. Is it worth the £110 sterling that I paid for it? Or was that a waste of my money? Should I have just gone for the much cheaper Makita 5¼ corded grinder? Well, obviously cordless grinders have their advantages in that you can use them away from mains power, but have the big disadvantages. I guess I'm going to find out. So stick around. We'll open the box, take a look at it, see if it's worth the money, and we'll try using it, seeing if it's any good at all. Okay guys, we'll pick a suitably unsuitable tool to do the job. Okay, that wasn't hard. So, instructions, safety instructions, not need those. Let's see what you can see. Right, there's your drill. There's safety, so you can't pull it when by accident. How does this work? Ah, that's handy. To turn it round, you just squeeze that little metal tab there, and you can turn it round until it comes off. That's not much good. Ah, for goodness sake. What? What the heck? Well, this is easy to remove anyway. Oh, stupid thing. Right, back on again. I don't like using grinders without the safety. Don't mind so much for a grindstone, but not when you're using a cutting disc. Something like this is a 1mm cutting disc, and I really do not like using a grinder with without the safety with one of these. Yep. There's the button on the top to lock the thing, to lock this and stop it from turning. Turn, no turn. Allen key. What the heck is that for? Well, that's what's in the box, guys. One handle, one Allen key, one grinder, and some instructions, which we don't need. I think we've been using grinders long enough by now to be able to figure out how to use this. So, where do we put... I usually find the handles are more of a hindrance than a use, but we'll stick it on for now and see how we get on. So where's the Allen key for? What the... Forgive me for being stupid, guys, but I can't see what the Allen key is for. Maybe you should read instructions that I just threw away. I don't see anywhere that Allen key will fit. So what is the point of it? It's a nice Allen key, but why have I got it? Oh well, never mind. Let's get the disc on, get a battery into it, and see how we go. Okay guys, well it'll come as a complete surprise to nobody who knows me that I'm a numpty. I just realised what the Allen key is for. It's for taking off your the retainer. That's what it's for. In the past I've always used these sort of things. Maybe we need it slightly bigger. Bigger again. Anyway, that's the idea. So there's just one of these. Funny, it's only that's Allen, that's Allen, and those two are round. So that's what the Allen key is for. I'm an idiot. Oh well. No surprise, like I say, to anybody who knows me. This battery has 2 bars showing. Okay. It's not, there's no speed adjustment that I can see. That's not very good. I quite like there to be speed adjustment. It's just flat out the whole time. I'm not impressed by that, but I guess if it does the job, I'll not complain. If you're using a grinder for stripping rust or for stripping back paint or whatever, using a wire wheel, you don't really want to go full tilt the whole time. So that's pretty poor. Can't believe it doesn't have speed adjustment. You can't lock it on either. I suppose that's a good thing. You don't really want it locked on. The lock is purely to stop you from turning it on, not to lock it in the on position. Okay. Not impressed so far, but we'll see how it cuts. It's okay, it's nice and easy to hold in the hand. The trigger comes nice and handy nice and easily to the first two fingers. Seems to be very well balanced with a 5 ampere hour battery on it. Right, I'll take it to the job that I have in hand, and we'll have a go at grinding. Okay guys, we have the suitable PPE and gloves, so let's have a go. I welded this bar in last night and discovered that it's too high, so I'm going to have to lower it by about 15 or 16 mil to stop it from fouling the bottom of the inverter, which I'm going to put on top of this. So let's grind away the welds and see how easy the grinder is to handle. Right guys, I normally don't cut in this location because I don't really like the dust going everywhere, but on this occasion, just for your benefit, I will put up with that. I noticed this, by the way, this ratchet mechanism for turning this around is quite good. The thing goes all the way, I'll go down, it goes all the way around, just keeps on going around. So that's pretty good. And if you want to go the other way, you just squeeze that in, and you can somewhere. I think you could, but it's a bit awkward to get in there, so just as easy to do it that way. Just keep going round clockwise till you get it to the desired position. Right. So what we're going to do here is cut 3mm steel, 25mm steel tubing. Cut it using the same 125mm cutting disc, and we'll see how we get on. This, by the way, is a very, very good helmet and ears and visor setup. It's made by 3M. I don't even know if you can buy it locally. My son gave it to me. I think his company was had given it to him, and then he changed companies, so obviously you get to hold on to things like hats and whatever that you've worn. So he gave it to me, and it's now mine, and it's excellent. So, how easy does it cut through 3mm 25mm steel? Not bad. No better than a corded grinder, of course, but you wouldn't expect it to be. So there you go. That's your your grinder in action. Cutting through, as you can see there, that is 3mm box section. Like a knife through butter, if you have a good quality cutting disc, and those are very good. If you see that make on Amazon, buy it. They're well worth, any extra you pay for that is well worth the money. They'll last a lot longer than cheaper ones. There you go. As a grinder it works fine for stripping back paint or stripping back rust. Without speed control, not so good. But I guess it'll be a useful addition to my toolbox. Although I suspect I might be buying that Makita grinder that I mentioned. Anyway, hopefully that's been of use to you. It is the Dewalt, what's the model? Dewalt, I'll bring it up here so you can see. DCG 412 125mm grinder. Right guys, well today is the day after the night before, and as you can see I am not using my new Dewalt DCG 412 cordless grinder. I'm not using it, I'm cleaning it. And the reason I'm cleaning it is because I'm going to return it to the shop what I just bought it from. And the reason I'm going to return it is because I'm really disappointed in this thing. And I'm going to return it and ask for my money back. So what's the big disappointment, you ask? Well, it's back to what I mentioned when I first opened the thing. There is no speed control on this grinder. Now, speed control, if you've never had a grinder with speed control, you'll probably not understand how useful it is. But let me explain. And to do so, I will lift out these. Now I have bought in my life about 4 or 5 different grinders, and these are the last of the ones I've bought. This is a cheap 4.5 inch 115mm grinder. It's just a shop brand grinder, but it has been really good. I've had no complaints about it. Single speed. Switch is a bit awkward to use, but apart from that it's a good grinder. You basically turn it on, you get full speed, and that's what you've got. They can be used with, bring up this, grinder like this you can use with flat wheels, which are great for grinding down ugly welds, which I make a lot of. You can use them with cutting discs like this. Let's see if I have any new 115mm cutting discs. I think these are 115mm. That's a garbage, don't buy these. They last no time at all. So you can use them with cutting discs like this, 1mm cutting disc. You can use them with grinding discs, thicker grinding disc, maybe that one. But anyway, that's about it. You cannot use them with, a few years ago I bought a load of these. These are brilliant things. If you want to use your grinder to remove paint, rust, flaky old rust on brake discs or brake hubs or the like. If you want to use the grinder for taking flaky rust off an old gate, something like that, and paint, then these are superb, really good, but you cannot use these at full speed. They need to be, it claims max RPM is 12,000 RPM. I can assure you, if you use that at 12,000 RPM, you're in a world of danger. I use this grinder, which is a 125mm 5-inch grinder. I use this all the time with these things, and most of the time I have the speed turned right down to 1 or 2 for grinding under the car, 3 or 4 for maybe grinding a flat or trying to clear the paint and rust off a flat surface. But if you're using one of these in an area where there's sharp edges in the steel, or places where that could basically catch on an edge, this will jump out of your hand, and if you have it at a high speed, you're in a world of danger. So with those things, you have to have speed control, and this grinder does not have speed control. I'm in shock that it doesn't. When I bought this, when I went to the shop to buy this, I was able to hold it in my hand, I was able to look at it, I was able to feel how it felt, and I thought it was going to be alright. But I assumed that the speed control would be built into the switch, because there's no other speed control obvious anywhere on the grinder, so I assumed it would be on the switch, and it's not there. And that for me is a deal breaker. So it's going back to the shop, and I'm going to see if I can get something different. So hence why I am now cleaning it before I return it. So in summary, this grinder is excellent if the only thing you're going to do with it is use it for cutting discs or flap wheels or grinding discs. Anything else, forget it. No good. No good at all. So it's going back to the shop, and I shall be hopefully getting my money back. If not, I'll get a voucher or something, so I can buy something else from the same shop. It's the kind of place I buy stuff regularly anyway, so it's no big deal. So anyway, yes, a little bit disappointed, but I guess that's I should have realized when I felt the switch. It just, yeah, it's only 2 positions, on or off, and there really isn't any control after that. So I should have realized it when it was in the shop. It kind of was an impulse purchase, but at the sort of money I paid for this, it's way too much money to pay for something that is only useful some of the time. So I shall, like I say, take it back and get my money back. So anyway, that's my summary. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been of some use to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.